Hey, welcome back to AVERNUS Rising. This is our Band of Badgers. AVERNUS Rising is one of our regular campaigns that we've got during lockdown, and these are a few of my lucky players. Who are we? We are Band of Badgers. Lucky. We're a tabletop role-playing club based in the UK. We have over 50 local members, real people. We've actually seen them face to face, and we will play games together, mostly once a month in a big mansion house. We've also got our own home games going on. But currently, right now, this is, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is July 2020. We're in lockdown, so we're playing online. We managed to get all our games online, but we couldn't have done it alone, even though I did. But we did.
Brilliant. What
we did is, so me and Steve, who you'll see, he's the guy with the beholder behind him. We managed to cobble together some bits and pieces. We got some cameras, and we hacked our tables apart. But we couldn't have done it without some extra help. So we've got people like Ed's Gaming Emporium, 3D&D, Dungeon Fog, Galforce 9, and Eldritch Foundry. And with all of those companies, you'll see some, if you look at this on YouTube, in the descriptions below, you'll see a load of discount codes. So do go and help yourself and make sure you use those compliments of us, the Band of Badgers. But if you have a particular product you'd like us to get in front of our slowly dedicated but slowly growing audience, let us know. Get in touch. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Drop us some kind of communication, smoke signals. Yeah, depending on how far you are, it can sometimes work. And we'd be happy to support you as well. So do get in touch. So, guys, last time, we're just going to jump straight into the story. Last time, you solved a kind of a serial killer murder mystery thing that was going on in Baldur's Gate. Can anyone, do you want to kind of do a recap amongst yourselves about how it all wrapped up at the end?
I never done it.
That is perfectly true for once.
It weren't me.
He was perfectly innocent.
It was Gaviscon. Gaviscon did it all.
In fact, you was on the list, Neville, for being taken out, wasn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
The shop.
Still am on the list,
yeah.
really.
Yeah, technically.
So we saved Neville and Willem from certain death.
Huh?
Neville may have saved himself technically. So we organised a face-off with Gharizol and the rest of the Cult of Zariel, and managed to survive the day against wave after wave of guys.
Ninja cultists.
Absolutely.
Wearing their matching gear.
Yeah.
And then
we trashed a warehouse.
We did trash a warehouse.
You did.
I say we.
Not getting a deposit back on that.
Calamity actually trashed
Yeah,
it.
tore up all the floor.
That's where we're going, so we don't want to get in trouble.
That's not going to pass any snag test, is it?
I think the main lesson learned from last week is don't annoy Calamity, because you'll be taken out with prejudice pretty quickly.
Calamity by name.
20 feet squares.
The floor doesn't do too well either.
And then after we'd managed to do all of that by ourselves, then the A team turns up, Darra and her solar/angel bodyguards.
Just in time.
I've got
Just
a
in
quick.
One of them was inside a goat, wasn't
He transformed into a goat.
Which one was inside the goat?
The one on the left.
And do we have photos of it?
The goat.
No.
It gets very cold up north. Let me assure you of that.
If you look at the PowerPoint, that's the guy on the left. Was the goat.
Oh,
Goat
Clyde.
shagger.
Yeah.
Clyde.
Well, just he was a goat. So.
Oh, he was a goat, not in a goat. Sorry.
No, he was
He was a goat. So maybe he's got any other words with you, Mike. Who knows?
What?
He pulled the short straw there, didn't he?
Yeah, goat is very odd animal.
Beg your pardon. I was just friendly with that goat. That's all it was. We were friends.
One of you is going to go to the prime plane, so you've got to be either a goat or a man.
Yes.
Which one's going to be the
Oh,
goat?
let me be the goat. Let me be the goat. Let me be the goat.
So, what then happened? Do you remember?
The wall fell in.
I did, yeah.
And some bloke turned up, said, when we said taxi,
Taxi
there's
to
a black
hell.
cab waiting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we
We
ignored
didn't get in,
him.
we went shopping instead.
Yeah, we ignored him and we went shopping.
I was on the beat.
Oh, you beat me to it, Rash.
That's right, exactly. So, yeah, we're going to start the next chapter of the story. So you've completed that bit. So we're just going to jump straight in and see what happens.
Can we have his sword?
Whose sword? Oh, their swords. No, they weren't carrying their swords.
Oh.
Zoom. There we go.
Wow.
So, everybody ready?
Yes, boss.
Pens and notepads at the ready. Here we go. So, at best guess, you've been traveling in Fey's wagon across the seemingly endless expanse of rock, rubble, and blood-soaked dust of Avernus for over a day. Angry red clouds streaked with lightning swirl overhead, and every so often a meteor lands beyond the horizon with a flash of light, and moments later a rumbling thud. Darra is startled and then settles back down on the driver's bench alongside Fey Cheng.
Did we go through some form of portal or something?
You might have done.
But we're left in suspense.
There's a case of you're not quite sure how you got here. You kind of been in this wagon, happily drifting in and out of consciousness, watching the world go by.
We've been roofied, boys.
Yeah.
I can detect portals if they're a mile away from me, within a mile of me.
Oh, you are a long way away.
Okay, fair enough.
You have been traveling for the best part of a day, as you think. So there is no light. There is no night in Avernus. But at one point, you notice that Fey Cheng produces a large rune-covered hourglass filled with reddish sand, and suggested that everyone sleep and get some rest. When you awake, it had emptied about halfway. So an educated guess suggests that it measures a day's time on the material plane. The area that you're in as you're traveling through on this wagon, someone's letting off fireworks. Wow. So the terrain, the sandy earth here is littered with broken rock, bones, and buried scraps of metal, mementos of the eternal war that rages across this plain. The light, which is Avernus, is forever lit by a burning sky, its flames hidden behind reddish clouds. It's considered brightly lit, although there is no sun. The fireballs occasionally create moments of brighter light as they burn across the sky. The sound in the environment, there is a relentless wind that carries the sounds of distant battle. You're never quite sure of which direction the sounds are coming from. There are roars, explosions, and screams are audible in the far distance, again carried on the wind. The groaning and rumbling of infernal war machines can also be heard. Fey Cheng drives his little caravan steadily across the sands, pulled by his donkey, Gary.
Is he an angel as well? I bet he's an angel.
There's a blue fairy dragon named Drandledoo. He's curled up. Say again?
Fairy dragon or pseudo dragon?
This is, pseudo dragon. So a blue pseudo dragon named Drandledoo.
Just call it Joe.
Yeah, Drew is curled up on Darra's lap while she's sleeping. There is space on the front seat for one of you. Who would like to sit on the front seat? You'd be
Not
sitting
me.
between Darra and Fey Cheng. Anyone?
Neville, do you want to go up in the
I was
front
thinking
there?
Neville, because he's more robust.
I can go up if you like.
What about Cal?
Sure.
Don't forget to do your names.
I don't mind. I'll go up at front. I'll go up front.
Don't forget to change your names.
Yep, change your names if you can in Zoom.
Right.
It just helps everyone, really.
I forgot to change. Ah,
Le matin. Which one? Full name? Oh dear. Right. Okay. What's Fei Cheng like? What does he look like?
He's described as someone in his 30s. He's a shoe appearance or show, and a very humble man.
Why is he taking us down there? Has he told us yet?
oh yeah, that's a good point. Do we know why we're being taken?
Well, first of all, who wants to sit in the seat?
I'm
Calamity's
thinking.
going up there.
I'm
She
sitting
can
there.
get the details.
We've got to escort Darra. Darra's got to go and do something.
Yeah, but why did he suddenly
Why-
turn up? All a bit coincidental, isn't it?
Well, it was to do with the fact that Darra had been to see the Lords or Dukes of Baldur's Gate, and she has some sort of mystical mission that she needs to undertake on behalf of the companion, from what I remember.
Calamity,
of
when you
last week.
when you go up there, Calamity, ask her where we're going and why we're going there.
No,
She'll know.
where we're going and why? Because it's a bit sudden that she wanted us to go. Like, what's her business and how?
Yeah, find out if there's an object or something that she's got with her, and you know, is this a delivery mission or an assassination mission?
Ask her if she's looking for a rose as well while she's at
Are
it.
you looking for a rose?
A crystal rose.
A crystal rose that glows in the presence of me and
That could
Carl.
save a lot of problems.
She's seen it already.
Have one of those. You don't need to go to hell for that.
Darra is asleep. Do you want to wake her up?
Wake her up.
Oh, no,
Go
I don't
poker.
Just shake her and say, "Are you awake?"
Hang on, let me. Does Darra appreciate being woken up, or does she need her sleep? Because I don't know.
Oh, she's dragged us to hell, so that's the least of it.
Like all of you, she is has been asleep on this wagon. But if you're sitting in between them, so you've got Fei Cheng on your left, Darra's curled up on the right with the Suede dragon asleep on her lap. But Fei Cheng asked you, he says, so what is kind of curious that I saw those angels with Darra. What's their connection and what's your connection with Darra?
We're all angels, all of us.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the back of the wagon.
It's
But
me.
this is to Calamity.
Me. Well, one of the angels is a goat in disguise, and that was a bit odd.
It's not an angel.
yes.
It's an angel
Yes,
disguised as a
they do.
goat, or a goat in disguise as an angel.
Yeah, who knows? So what happened was a town we kind of were connected to. A bit called, a bit pear-shaped, really. So we had to
We're a bit pear. It just got dragged into hell. That's a bit
to
pear.
help. So we were part of like a refugee sort of caravan, and she got us to protect the refugees as we made our way to Baldur's Gate. So yeah, we had to fend off a lot of predatory beings that tried to attack us. And then when we was in Baldur's Gate, we then had to clear up a few errands, let's say, and things like that, and solve a lot of murders that were going on, and yeah, to do with the Hell Riders
I didn't do it.
descendants. So yeah, that's how we know Darra.
Because I can see she's not she's not exactly a normal little girl, is she?
No, she's very special, almost divine.
Very special
I would say.
indeed, I would say. And why have you decided to escort her into this lovely environment? You also notice the wagon. He's using the reins, and every now and then he'll spring the reins. Gary will pick up speed a little bit, and there are various switches and toggles and all kinds of things on the dashboard. Even a little handbrake.
Whoa.
Oh, very swish. At this point, I nudged Darra. Say, Darra, are you awake?
She's like, no response.
Darra.
She needs to be waking
more.
up. She'll be a nightmare if she doesn't sleep tonight.
Yeah, Darra, I think it's good to wake up, love, because you won't sleep tonight. If you mess your body clock up. Not just the more.
And she slowly wakes up. She's in a grumpy mood. Preteen.
Afternoon, Darra, whatever time it is. Yeah.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening.
One of those. On our way to hell, is there any particular reason why you wanted us to come with you? Yeah, it would be good to know kind of what our purpose is, so we're prepared when we get there.
Well, she explains that my purpose is to try to free some of the trapped souls of the Hell Riders.
Oh.
Of why we're down here. If we can do that, that'd be a good thing to save some souls.
Is that
Don't you agree? I mean, that is why you accompanied me on this mission.
Yeah. Is there anything else at all you want to see down there? Or is it purely just to save these poor old Hell Riders, let's say, that were trapped from the previous mission? Is that all?
Actually, trying to save some pure souls before they are lost to oblivion is quite a mission.
It is indeed. It's indeed. I then forward the information back to the other people.
What did she say?
Discreetly. She said, we're going there to rescue some souls that were trapped for the last Hell Rider mission. And that was it. That was all. We're not there to find any sort of objects.
I approve of it.
So, yeah, we're purely there to...
She could have told us before we left, but yeah, I approve of it.
Did she say we got paid or not?
Oh, I could ask her. Are we getting paid for this, Darra, or is it just free? A free, thing? Out of the goodness of our hearts?
I would think that the payments for if we are successful, the payment will present itself at the right time.
That doesn't sound promising, does it?
So watch this space. Might get something out of it if we see some good treasure in hell.
All right, okay.
It'll present itself, though. Heavens, will that be?
If we live that long.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah.
Killed there, so who knows?
Well.
You have a look around. You all have a look around the open wagon. Again, you're traveling along just literally a barren, dusty, desolate land. There are the heat is a bit like Benidorm to English people. As you get off the plane, suddenly the heat is inside you. It's dusty, desolate. There are what you think would be dried pieces of wood are actually bone. Sometimes a wagon goes over them and you hear the bones snap. Oh. In the distance, as well as seeing light, fireballs streaking across and meteors, the cracks of lightning and distant rumbling thunder. You also see hisses of smoke erupting from the ground where there are pools and lakes and streams of lava, pools of black, viscous, tar-like, gooey substance, putrid smells that sometimes get carried on the wind as you're gently traveling along in this donkey-pulled wagon.
Can we stop for 10 minutes?
If you wish.
Where, Cal, ask Fey Cheng, where exactly are we headed?
Fey Cheng, where's this wagon taking us? Where exactly in hell are we going?
Well, we will be going to not exactly a friend of mine, but it will be a safe place if we can get there.
What is this safe place? Is it a house, a fortress, or somewhere like, I don't know?
Yes, you could call it both of those. Yes.
Okay. And this friend, what is he? Is Does he live in hell?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Carl, are we nearly there yet?
Are we there? Are we near this house at all? Much longer have we got till we?
I'd like to stop for 10 minutes. If
Because
possible.
Neville wants to stop. He's being awkward again.
Well, we will arrive when we arrive. But if you wish to pull up and see the sights,
Yes,
I
please.
can indulge you.
Yeah,
But
that's a very cryptic answer, so I think we
it
should
does
pull up.
put our safety at risk. But it is your choice.
I just want
Is
10
it worth
minutes.
it? Is it worth it though?
Very well. He does little whispers to Gary.
Well, we don't need to stop. I can do it.
Slowly.
I can do it whilst we're going along, actually.
You can do it off the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I say we keep going and you just do what you got.
All right, I'm going to do it in the
as we
back of the
travel.
wagon.
Do it in the back. of the
When you
wagon.
get to a certain age, you just got to go when you got to go, really.
Just go. It's not worth stopping. It's not worth
I'm
stopping.
going to cast Find Steed.
You're going to cast Protect Prostate.
Find Steed.
No, what's the range of that?
It's no range.
No range. It summons your horse.
10 minutes. It summons my horse. I'd just be interested in what I get in hell.
Okay, then we shall wait 10 minutes. The wagon trundles on for
Whilst we're
10
waiting
minutes.
for 10 minutes, then I'll tell a story. I'll
Okay,
I'll
go on
recount
then.
our trials and tribulations in Baldur's Gate for record. I'll tell the
It's the Ronnie
story to.
Corbett moment.
Sorry.
The Ronnie Corbett moment. is
Yeah.
it? So-
Yeah, this is the Rodney Corbett.
The,
Yeah.
the producer said to me,
So I'll recount our story of our arrival in Baldur's Gate and what went through. We built our little base in a warehouse and we earned some money, went out and solved this mystery, helped out Flame Darren, organised this face down with Gharizol and found ourselves now in the company of Fey Cheng and Darra on the way into hell. And I believe there's 6 of us on the wagon, and everybody gets an additional 13 temporary hit points at the end of my tale.
very
That
much.
was a lovely story. I feel very rejuvenated.
Well done. So, while Neville's having a pee off the end of the wagon, summoning my steed. Yeah.
You want to see
right.
my pony?
Want to see my Savoy? There we go. You see? So a hazy mass of colour appears on the horizon, sending a small smile across Fey Chen's face and a snap along Gary's reins as he giddies up a little bit more. As though in reply to the sound, the roar of infernal engines comes from behind a nearby dune, followed by others. Rusty metal monstrosities race towards you
Find my steed. Fantastic.
with harpoons on the front, swiveling in your direction. So I'll bring
Is that
up
what
on
you
PowerPoint. Yeah,
It's
was this Neville? Was this you, Neville?
Done.
So in PowerPoint, that's kind of what you see. You see 6 of these 2-wheeled vehicles with harpoons mounted on the front of them with a separate gunner, burning rubber towards you.
I shall summon a trident.
Okay. Do you know how you summon your trident?
Yeah, so I concentrate and electrical energy appears in a portal before me, and I reach into that energy and I withdraw horizontally this trident. It appears to be made from rusted, almost, there's a pattern of decay across this golden trident that's decorated with barnacles and pieces of coral, what looks like ancient gems. So it's an old weapon. So where it would be garlanded normally with ribbon, it's garlanded with dried seaweed and appears to be wet to the touch.
Very nice.
Can I kind of duck down out of sight? I'm going to pull out my sneak attack is an important thing to roll. I'm duck out of sight for a moment or two, and then pull out my light crossbow so I can what I'm waiting to do is to see if we can get a good bead on the driver when. How many of these vehicles are there?
6.
6. Okay. Well, maybe just the nearest one then. So
I'll get my longbow out. Not enough to use it. But...
Okay, so
yeah.
Fey Cheng, he sees this, and what he does is he whacks Gary again with the reins, and then he hands them over to you, Calamity, and he says, "Hold on to these.
Okay. Hold on.
Do what you need to do. I'm going to get in the back of these guys."
Oh.
Okay.
Yep, it's fine by
So
me.
he hops off,
I'm holding the
and
reins.
he's into the back of the wagon with you guys.
Taking over.
So what are they, we asked?
So you've pulled out a longbow.
Yeah.
Hello. Those are war machines. Now we've got if they catch us, we're dead. So we need to head off in towards the tents. So Cal, you need to get us to those tents.
Okay.
Okay.
Get you to the
as
tents.
fast as you can.
I'll try my best.
How far away are they?
They're about 60 foot away at the moment.
Oh, 60
Speeding
foot,
up
too bad.
fast. They've got proper Mad Max motorbikes. You are being pulled in a wagon by a donkey. Okay.
Let me know when they're near. I can cast a
A Mad Max donkey, though.
It is a Mad Max donkey. So you've got a chance.
Yeah, it's got like a spike.
So what we're going to do? We're going to do a death race. A death race is a certain amount of bits and pieces that you can do ahead of them, and there are 6 of them. So Neville, what did you say? You pulled out a longbow.
Got my longbow.
Right. You see, he comes into the background. He starts looking through the crates. There's crates and stuff that you've been sitting on. You've got seats, but he starts lifting them up and trying to get through. And he pulls out a heavy crossbow, all preloaded, and he throws it to you. Okay.
I'd rather move
Is
arrows.
a health. Say again.
I'd rather be longbow. Fires twice.
You can do that, or you can take the Hellfire heavy crossbow. It's up to you.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me okay now?
Oh,
Am I
but now
back?
I've got crossbow.
Hello.
Yeah.
Now we can.
I'll just wave a little bit. Hello.
Hellfire crossbow. What's that then?
A Hellfire crossbow.
Crossbow made
The
out of
bolts
hellfire.
in the crossbow seem to be laced with some kind of red fiery energy. The crossbow itself looks normal apart from the handle. Again, this kind of tracing is embedded into the wood itself. The wood itself.
Dave, you're frozen.
Some of the magic edge.
He's gone. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Hello. Okay. If I freeze, you need to tell me because I'm talking.
You're
Bit of
freezing
lag
all the
freezing
time.
now, actually.
So we
Freezing.
got the arrows have got a red liquid, and the bolts have a silvery filigree, sort of a magical taint to them.
Yes. Yep. Right. So, Cal, in front of you, you notice the dashboard.
Yep.
And there are 3 kind of choke knob switches and pulleys
Lord,
that
not
you
used to
notice.
going up the forest. Okay.
Right? One
These
is labelled.
contraptions, what have you got me doing it for?
One is labelled oil slick.
Okay.
Nice.
Number 2 is labelled smoke screen.
Okay.
Number 3 is labelled spiked rims.
Oh, spiked rims. That sounds interesting. Okay.
But some of them.
It's like wacky races, isn't
It
it?
is, isn't it?
Yeah. Now the spiked rims and the smoke screen are out of your reach,
Okay.
which means you're going to have to let go of the reins to get there.
Or I think I have mage hand I could potentially use.
You can potentially use that, yeah.
I shall use the mage hand then when it comes to that.
Nice. Well done.
Awesome, Clemmy. Awesome.
What a well-chosen feat that is.
That's
There you go.
well
I
chosen
differentiate.
spell.
See, his magic hand appears, poised over which switch. He's like, what's he going to do first? What's he going to do next? And
Quality.
you're with Gary, okay? Now you can also whip Gary, and he will do a double boost run, okay? He'll do a double move.
Can he only do several of those? I can't keep whipping him. Surely
Yeah,
do I run out?
he can only do it. He can only dash 5 times.
Okay.
Now these switches, you're gonna have to find out what they do when you do them.
Okay. So
Okay.
what? There's oil stick, smoke screen, and spikes. But did you say there's additional switches, or is it just those 3?
No, there's all different kinds of switches there,
they're
and you've got a
different.
handbrake.
Okay.
But these are the ones which are going to be useful in this death race.
Cool. Right. So I need to know how close they are. So people need to keep me updated, so I can click the right switches. Cool.
I trust we can have some of these like crashing off and burning, like proper Mad Max.
Yes. If you do that,
cool.
we'll have to
So
wait and
cool.
see. So there are 6 chasing you. Okay. At the moment, they are all in a row, all hurtling towards you. They've got a driver and a harpoonist. So they've got 2 passengers on each one.
Ooh.
Okay. If they shoot you with a harpoon, it's going to hurt.
Okay.
So stay with me. Whew. Okay, are we ready?
We are.
I might want to
We
get
are.
the smoke
Are
screen
you?
quite quickly.
What is
Initiative,
the race of these things on them?
you'll find out if they get closer.
We're only 60 foot away, so
They're 60 feet and they look humanoid.
Oh.
they're not demons.
So- No, well, again, they look humanoid. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. This is count. Done that. Did that. Done that. There we go. That's what I wanted. Damage. There's my dice rolls.
Damage. We haven't been it yet.
Oh, I've got to get my dice. Fine.
You all take 50 points. Damage.
You can put them back.
Yeah.
Don't be using them dice. Use them dice in the
Well-
road the other day, and there was too many 20s.
Yeah.
That was good because they were useless in Avernus. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh. I just got double 1s.
Oh.
Well, that's your first rolls, then, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you have that. The first roll is, but anyway, so you are up first. This is round 1. Okay. So again, all you've got to do is go in a straight line as best you can, as fast as you can. You have top initiative. You have initiative 24. Okay. So all pre-rolled. And the first 2 wagons are going to get a 1 each. Okay. Wagon A, B, C, D, E, and F. And you're on Gary's team.
Gary's team.
So,
Gary's
round
team.
1. Cal, what would you like to do?
I think I'd like to put the smoke screen up right away. Does
Okay,
it,
you're
does
gonna
it
put it
last for
straight
amount
away?
of time, or does it expire? Can it be up for the whole
You're
time?
gonna find out.
Oh, I'll put it up anyway,
Okay.
just in case they start firing.
Okay,
I
so
might be able to do some stuff if it wears out, so it's fine.
you hit the smoke screen.
Mhm.
In the back, you notice that there's 3 holes on each side of the wagon open up, and small hoses pop out. Huge black billows of smoke come out. Now, what you wouldn't see, again, wacky racers, you have now a big black cloud is now driving across the across this weird wasteland.
Excellent.
You haven't really obscured their vision because they were outside of it. So they're 60 feet outside. But you kind of guesstimate around probably 30 feet around you.
Mhm.
This cloud
Okay.
is billowing out.
There's a bit of they wouldn't know where roughly in the sides to get, so that's quite good.
They don't exactly know in that
Yeah.
cloud where you are,
Yeah.
but they can.
It moves.
They're following you. So yeah. Okay. So that will last for 2 rounds.
Okay.
So that's this round and the next round. So that is smoke. Okay, wagon 1 is going to move. They're going to use a double move and will. They can close the distance. Sorry, you are also moving. So you're moving ahead. They're moving ahead. They are matching your speed, but they are not. Yes, they can. They can shoot. What am I doing?
What's
But
that?
they rolled they rolled a natural 1. So you see, you don't see anything because your vision is also obscured anyway. But you feel as this giant metal harpoon just flies past you, and then another one getting very, very close, but missing.
You take your eye out if they're not careful.
Yep. But they're matching your speed.
Okay.
Okay.
So what speed are we doing?
You're doing 40.
Okay.
And they're doing 40.
Let me double check that. Yeah. It is Gary. He's doing.
And is that him flat out?
Flat out. Yeah.
Flat out, Gary.
Flat out, Gary.
Now.
I think we're all going to die.
Oh.
Yep.
Easy. Easy. Fireball will take down a couple of them all in one go. Right.
Yep. Right, so they are there. Next one is going to take a pot shot. And an unnatural 20.
Ooh, nice.
That's going to hit. And it will do. That is a 1d8. 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage to the wagon. So you see this again, one of the harpoons, boom, boom, it's come past, smack into the back of the wagon. Fey Cheng kind of just stumbles back and goes, "Come on, go faster!"
I'll whip the horse at this point.
Okay, we have to wait till next round now.
Oh, cool.
So now, next one takes a pot shot. 17 misses. And matches your speed. Next one misses. And final one hits for 3 points. That was rubbish. 3 points. 4 points of damage.
Can you mage hand a cigar up Gary's arse?
Mage hand whip.
Yeah.
Not slap.
Mage hand push the weapon.
And that one gets out. Okay, round 2. You're still covered in smoke, so they're just taking pot shots and matching pace. Okay, so I'm assuming you're gonna dash again.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash the horse a bit, so because they're closing up a bit.
Okay.
Out of interest, how far is the oil slick? Well, how far does that? Do I know how far that will go out? Can I ask someone? Would anyone else know if I were to activate the oil slick?
Well, Faye's in the back, and he's ducking the harpoons at the moment.
Okay.
But if you can
Okay.
shout it out, yeah. You're literally holding on to this. The wagon's ricketing as you're pelting down, trying to dodge the
I
lava
get my
and all these
major,
bits
tap
and
him on the
pieces.
back. Wait,
So-
say
So top of the round, Cal, you need to roll a d10 for me.
D10. Oh, that was a 3.
Right, 1 second. What I don't have is that.
So I've whipped the horse now.
One sec. That's fine. That's fine. Right, sorry. You rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're all dead.
Okay, you see, there's a dune just in front of you, just off to the side, but then a squirming collection of lemurs crawl out onto the ground ahead of you, just kind of crossing the way. If you remember the lemurs, they're the ones from the pub that was on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those kind of blobby, fleshy things.
Yeah.
So you got a whole collection trying to cross the zebra crossing in front of you.
This is the
You
point in RoboCop where the guy gets melted by the acid and then he drives into him, don't he? Explodes.
Yeah. So you need to roll a perception check for me.
Is there
It's
like
one
a
of my strengths.
Lemur crossing or something? Are the lights going
That was a
brilliant?
21 in total, so 15
get a
plus six
ticket
is
if we-
21.
That's perfectly fine. You see it in time and you manage to steer, you pull on the reins, you wrap it around your wrist, You pull on Gary, steering your way around the mirrors. You've passed.
Whoa.
Well
Sorry about that. I had some blobs.
done. And that while you're
flying around.
dashing as well. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You are still surrounded in smoke. It was amazing you saw that.
Check about the oil, because I've asked, was it Fey, about how far out the oil slick goes if I was to activate it.
It shouts back over the kind of again the whistling and the rocketing of the wheels and stuff. You've got these wheels are just hammering it down on this on the wasteland, and he shouts back. It goes about 60 feet.
Oh, 60 feet.
Pull it when you need to.
That's what I was thinking. How far away are they now? Not that I can do it.
They're actually matched your speed, so they're 60 feet. They're following this cloud.
Okay, so
and the riders are just taking pot shots.
Cool,
so
that's fine.
Now you've got 6 pot shots to.
Can we take any action?
Yeah, you're soon you'll go. Let's go for it if you want to.
Okay, I would like to do Crown of Madness on the lead driver, please.
Ooh, okay, yeah. On wagon A, go for it.
Can we see them then?
Can we see them?
Oh yeah, you can't see them because you're in the smoke. So
right.
All you can do is. So I mean, what do you want to do? The first round, you got hit twice by harpoons and 2 misses. So now you know they're shooting at you, but you can't see them to target them. So you can either do something that doesn't require sight, or can take your cover.
Disadvantage with us.
That's what I was thinking.
If we can't see them, then surely they can't see us.
They're just going to shoot into the attack. I will take that though. I will do disadvantage for you.
Disadvantage, really, shouldn't it? Because they can't see us.
That's fine.
If we can't see them, then
We'll be disadvantaged.
do you know what? I'll take 2 pot shots with disadvantage.
Okay, go for it.
I'll cast Eldritch Blast. So I raise the trident, and electrical energy crackles around it as I cast Eldritch Blast with disadvantage. So that's a 17 to hit on the first bolt.
That hits.
And a 13 to hit on the second bolt.
No, 13 misses.
Okay, so the first one.
The first one does hit.
So that'll be 2 points of damage.
Okay.
To the driver.
There you go. That's
I
right.
might as well fire off a bolt then, if it makes a difference.
Go ahead. So you see Kin take a pot shot. You can aim that way. You do hear it. Well, let's say it. You hear.
Well, a natural 20 and an 8.
Well, the 8 definitely misses, but let's see if you can make up for it.
I don't know what pluses are. Hang about.
You hit anyway, so. And we will use the. This is the Pathfinder
12.
critical hit deck.
No, it's 12.
It's a 12, not a 20.
Yes, natural 20, but it's a disadvantage, isn't it? So it's a 12.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Wasted a natural 20.
Waste.
I take it 12 doesn't hit, it's 13. It's 12.
Anyone else in the wagon want to do something?
Nick.
No, I'm going to wait until I see. I'm holding my action until I actually see somebody come out of the fog.
Yeah.
Right. Well, now we're going to do disadvantage on the pot shots from the riders following you, okay? I got a 2, 1. I got a 4. I got a 1.
Ooh, roll.
Oh, critical failure is that?
That is 3. Another 1.
Oh, brilliant. Your bike explodes.
A 12, and the 12 misses.
Yeah.
We didn't take a critical failure the first time around either.
Right, let's do that then.
I think that's 4 critical failures for that team so far, isn't it?
Right. Ranged.
Column for death.
Oh, that's not bad. So this one says this is a ranged attack that went wrong. Until the end of your next turn, so the following turn, your attacks require an extra action to use. So they won't be able to fire. So that one's going to be a miss. And then the next one. Oh, okay. I read that wrong the first time. So this is overcompensate. Cover provides a +4 bonus to armor class against your range attacks for 1 minute. So basically, you get an extra +4 as well.
Oh.
That's second.
An extra +4 coverage.
And that was whichever.
Yeah, they get a -4 basically to hitting
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we will do that on the next round. They get -4 and they get a miss. Cool. No one hit you.
What a shame.
Basically, a load of harpoons come whizzing all across the wagon, and you managed to get away. Top of the round, Cal, can you roll a d10?
Yep.
This is round 3.
Does the smoke dissipate this round?
It
That was
does,
a natural one.
A natural 1.
Ooh.
Well, it's a d10. It's not a natural, like, boom.
Oh yeah, of course, it's not D20.
So, the rocky terrain under the sand gives way to a deep silt. Make a acrobatics check.
Ooh, acrobatics.
Sorry, this is everyone. Make an
Oh,
acrobatics check.
I got 7.
Okay.
Not very acrobatic. I got +2.
Right, failed,
I got 8.
failed,
25.
failed.
6.
5 failed.
25 failed.
Oh, sorry, passed. And Steve got 6.
I got
35
+10.
failed. Right, so and let's do Fey Cheng, and let's do Darra. Darra's actually wearing her seatbelt. Fey Cheng is fine.
Seatbelt, kids.
Fey Cheng just kind of seems to be attached to the wagon. So basically, it hits a big vdump, and everyone starts to tumble out. Cal, lucky you got hold of the range. You're hanging out of the wagon now, drifting along. Neville, you bounce, and you're hanging onto the side of the wagon. Kin, you're on the other side of the wagon. Fey Cheng is fine, and Car is fine. Darra's just got the seatbelt on. She's the only one who buckles up, kids. You know. Right, your round. What would you like to do?
Climb back in.
I'm back in, ideally.
Do a strength check.
Oh, good. I like that.
Got 14.
You passed. Well done.
14 for me.
Passed. Kin?
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay. Well remembered.
Oh my god. 5.
No. 5.
Oh no.
So Kin,
He's hanging out. He's
Back
he's
in.
hanging off. He one hand slips. He's hanging back. The wagon wheels are going around. Look, Bite start chewing up his feet. They're getting close. We're getting close to being a splatter under the wheels if that actually happens. So you need to pull him in, which will take an action. Okay. Now, Cal, because you were leading that, you pulled yourself in.
Yeah.
That's your round. You can't flip any switches or do a dash. Okay.
Right.
So, Neville, you pulled yourself in. Steve's gonna be dangling out for this bit until the end of the round. At the end of the round, you can pull him in.
Okay.
So everyone gets. My guys, the smoke is cleared now as well, and my guys can see you now.
Can I take my held action then, David?
You can.
Thank you very much indeed. So, I guess...
Can Carb use his action to pull Stephen in?
If he chooses to. Well, he already said what his held action.
Yeah, so that'd be my reaction anyway, isn't it? But, you know. So, the nearest driver, is that A? Shall we say?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll say it's wagon A.
Okay, cool. So, yes, I'll just do Bone Blade and see if I hit.
Okay. It's still a 60 foot, but you can reach that.
Yeah, that's it. It's within range.
Yeah.
So, 16.
16 hits.
Okay, well done indeed. So that is, and you very kindly allowed me sneak attack on this, didn't you?
Oh, you did.
So that is because I'm still in hiding. So at least I was until I fired. So that is, and a 10 as well. So that is 10, 16, 21 points of piercing damage to the driver,
Yeah.
And anybody within 5 feet of him must take also 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You see both of them. So the you hit the driver, and straight away he's like, is hurt, and he starts. He veers off. You also manage to hit the harpoonist. Harpoonist and gets chewed up in the spiked wheels.
Yes! Mad Max!
You have lost one pursuer. Okay, so you got still got 5 remaining, but this one who's only 60 feet away just veers off. Well done.
Doesn't run into another one like the normal.
That would be nice.
Not yet.
Burst into flame.
Not yet.
And then one turns over that one.
Now only 5 of them can take an attack. So this is Wagon B misses. Wagon C is damaged. He doesn't get a chance based on what happened in the previous round. Wagon rolled a 2. Wagon E has -4, so he misses as well.
Yes.
Bloody hell. And F scored a 3. So again, they're not. You see these harpoonists. They're bouncing with the car in front of the bikes. You see these harpoonists shooting all the way. They don't hit you or the wagon. And
practice.
End of round 3. Start of round 4. Cal, roll a d10.
Shall I roll my d10?
Have they closed the gap? They're just.
That's a 4.
They're making. They're going the same speed as you at the moment.
Okay.
That's a 4.
So 60.
You rolled a 4.
Yeah, not rolling good on these d10s.
Okay. A cloud of noxious fumes bursts from the rocks directly ahead of you. Just as it's all the floor is just cracking all over the place. You've seen these burst in the distance. You thought it was smoke, but this is actually a green putrid gas as it comes swirling up out the stuff. Everybody, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Right, you're +5 on this.
Well done.
Thank you, Neville.
Actually, you're +5 on all your saving throws. I forgot that.
Yay! That's a 16 from me with the +5.
Good, you passed.
16 for me. I'm following you.
29.
Whoa!
That's a good save. He actually got better with the gas building.
Only
breathe it in.
Only 14 for me.
That is still a pass. Only just, but that is a pass. Well done.
Cool.
You feel a bit woozy. I better do Fey Cheng as well. He's good. Natural 20. Just wasted that. Look. Right. Okay. What else would you like to do?
I mean, it's my turn, isn't it?
It is.
So, how far away is the closest car?
At the moment, everyone is still 60 foot away.
60 foot. I'll leave. I won't do the oil slick just yet.
Okay.
There's some other little switches. Can I have a go at turning one of those on?
Yep. You want to just flick some random switches?
Yeah. See what happens.
Go for it.
Oh my god!
So I get my mage hand, and I just say, just do whatever. Just knock that one up over there. Let's just see what happens.
Okay. I wish I had this planned, but I didn't. But you flick a switch, and suddenly it can only be described as heavy metal headbanging music starts playing all around the wagon as it goes.
Can I quickly turn it off?
And then you quickly switch it off.
Nice.
Lots of
Get radio
shredding going on.
Absolutely. We've got the archers. Put the archers on.
Wrong channel. Right. So that was a random switch. Okay.
Yeah.
You found the radio.
Yeah.
No.
That was a waste of a turn, but never mind.
Radio.
Okay. Would anybody else like to do anything?
I'm going to pull.
Oh, you got Paul Steve in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Kin in.
If he changes his name, we'll remember his kin.
Yeah, it's because I'm not sitting in Zoom.
I'll be. I'll fire a crossbow when it's my turn around.
Can I take an action if I'm being pulled in?
I'm going to say no, unfortunately. I think you're holding on for literally. It's kind of like Indiana Jones. Your feet might go under the wheel. the wagon wheel.
Ooh, wagon wheels, lovely.
So Neville, did you manage to pull him up?
What do I
Or
need
did you
to do?
just pull his hands off of the wagon?
I pulled him up. Do I need to do a strength check or something?
Yes, please.
19.
Okay, yep. Neville just grabs you with one hand, pulls you up bodily, sets you back down.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, darling. I'd hate to lose you.
There'll be no more Big Nev.
Never got your workshop set up, did you? That was the problem.
No, that's right.
Anybody else for anything else?
Yeah, a bit of crossbow action on B. I'm going to go for the driver because that'll take the both of them out if I can get there.
Yep.
+7. 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 25. 18 +7.
Yeah, easy.
And that's 1d8 +4. 6. Just 10 points of piercing damage then.
10 points is good. It's not enough to knock him off course, but he's definitely wounded, which is good. Basically, you have to do 2 successful hits.
Okay.
It's just enough for them to pull off. So he's been hit.
Is Fey doing anything?
He's trying to find some more bits and pieces, but he is making an attack. He's using a similar crossbow, but he's crap. So we'll just carry on. Right, so wagon B, lost me dice. As you shoot, his driver takes a pot shot, and no, that's a 10. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not. No, bloody hell. Oh, there we go. 19. That hits. Damage 1d8. 79. Another 10 points of damage. This one, you see this harpoon. This is wagon F. Wagon F shoots this harpoon. It goes straight through the wagon into one of Fey Cheng's chests and literally rips it fully off the wagon. As it tumbles back, the chest just starts breaking up. You see all these weapons and bits and pieces just scatter across the ground. Okay, that is the end of
might
that
be something
round.
magical in there. Did you see that? That Vorpal sword go flying off into the distance.
Did you see? Yeah, there was loads of stuff in there.
You see that now? You missed that one.
Bollocks, I'm going out.
I got distracted with the radio.
But now, because of that, and based on their rolls, B and C have now caught up. They are parallel, 10 foot away.
10 feet, is it? Ooh.
10 foot away. Because you didn't dash.
Yeah, turned the radio on instead.
They have all caught up.
Where are they?
It's time for oil slick, I think. I'm going to unleash the oil on
1d10 first.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Got to get that oil.
Whereabouts are they in relation to us? Are they directly behind us? Or?
Literally directly behind you.
Okay.
Let's keep it in nice.
It's an 8.
That is good. No complication whatsoever. You're just, nothing jumps out at you. There's no gases. What do you wish to do?
I noticed they're a bit close. Instead of dashing, because I think they could catch up again, I shall unleash the oil slick and try and get 2 of them.
Okay, is this with the mage hand or your hand?
With the mage hand.
Okay, so you concentrate, the mage hand reaches out, grabs one of these knobs. It's like a choke pull hold. And at the back, Neville and Kai, you see the back of the wagon drop down and just oil just pours out the back. Just hot oil sprays out onto the floor behind. The oil must succeed on a dexterity check.
Oh.
Right.
I can see a crash coming through them.
Yep, here we go. So this is B. Okay, B fails. And C failed. These are the ones who are directly behind you. Both of them failed as the oil starts pulling out onto the ground. Both Mad Max bikes smack into each other. One goes up to the top, and as they land, boom,
Nice.
they explode into flame.
Can we have a burning wheel rolling off in the distance?
You can have a burning wheel plus all the oil that is, it's from the oil stick that's still pouring out of the back of the wagon. It's like, how much can all this fluid, where is it all being stored, is on fire. And now you're dragging this oil and the fire is starting to catch up to you.
Oh, no.
It will reach you on the next round.
Turn it off.
Right.
The
other 3, if you wish, do you wish?
No, it's not for now.
Right, okay.
Leave it on for now.
He misses. That one misses.
What about the rest of them?
That one's a natural bloody
Can
one.
we have a go?
Can we have a go?
Yeah, go on then. Yep. I get excited. I can see all of this going on. I have to watch Mad Max after this now.
So what? So whereabouts are the others now? Because as far as distance.
So the 2 in the middle, you had 4 chasing you. You got 2 in the middle and 2 one on either side. The 2 in the middle have now skidded and crashed, boom, and burned. The other 2 do a bit of a tron, boom, and then come in. Now they're directly behind you.
Okay.
Are they in the oil, or are they just behind? Is the oil still
They're
going?
sorry, you're quite right. The fire's there, so they're next to the fire.
Okay.
Directly in the middle, directly behind you, you've got the oil is coming out of the wagon, but the fire is catching up.
Okay.
I'm going to fire
Next round, let's chop it off.
the left hand.
So who do you want to shoot?
I'll shoot the left hand driver with his bow.
Yep, that's wagon D.
And as an aside, DM ruling, ensnaring strike.
Ooh.
It says the next time you hit a creature with a weapons attack. And now the other ones say a melee attack. So a weapons attack, I assume, is any weapon.
Let's do it as any weapon.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because they're definitely, the other ones.
Because it sounds cool. Because it's like the arrow or the bolt is going to travel along, and then there's going to be some kind of netting. I like that idea.
So I'm going to fire at that one. It's got
webbing. Yeah. Good. All you got to do is hit.
Oh, easy. 20, but a dirty 20.
So you shoot the bike on basically your left as you're looking behind the wagon, which is wagon D.
I don't know what damage that bolt does.
It won't do anything. It doesn't matter what damage it does, but it's straight away, boom, it just gungs up the whole bike. He piles off. So he is out of the race. Okay. You see that you've got 2 bikes left.
2 bikes or 1 bike?
You got 2 bikes still chasing you.
E and F, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, E and F. You've got for Cal. You're getting closer now, and you can basically see ahead of you. This is just over 100 foot away. The tops of flowing tents, all different colours and plumes. On top of those, you've got like flag poles. It's a huge kind of horseshoe shape, but around the base of it are more of these war machines, but huge looking war machines. Much bigger than the bikes that are following you.
Are those war machines, so are they by the tents? Are they potentially friendly war machines? Are they they're also hostile to us and we're going towards them?
That's Fey.
Fey!
Yeah.
Come here! What's this? I need to know. What's in front of us?
So he clambers back over the wagon. He says, "What? That's where we're going. Just go straight there. It's okay.
Okay.
We have safety there."
He might as well drive. He's so bloody useless firing an arrow.
Absolutely.
How far is the
most
fire?
of the NPCs are. They can't do all the work for you.
How far is the fire away from us now? It's still burning because it's a bit of a.
Just keep going.
Okay.
Snap the reins. Go faster.
I'll dash.
So there's 2 bikes left.
Yeah.
On one of the drivers of those bikes, I'd like to cast Crown of Madness, please. It has a range of 60 feet.
Yep, they're in range.
It's a Wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
Is that where they are? Are they 60 feet away? Are they?
I got a 13.
Okay, so I thrust my trident into the deck of the wagon and utter some syllables, and then a thorny crown appears around the driver, and I'm going to order him on his turn to drive into the other bike.
Hey!
Okay, that will happen on the next round because they've already had their go. Okay, so that will happen on the next round. Car, they are 10 feet away. So they're coming up close. They're 10 feet away.
Oh, blimey, they are close, aren't they then? Right. So, see, I don't want to necessarily take out one of them because if I take out the person with the Crown of Madness, then we've got one left behind. But if I try to take out the other one, then the other one will drive away and try and get the one that's fallen
drive
over.
into the fire. That'd be good.
Okay, so let's try a little bit of this. Now then, I've never been too sure about this. How far can I jump?
Ooh.
Is it 10 feet plus?
No, it's in the DM's guide.
Yeah, it is. Something to do with my strength.
It's just to do with your strength score, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bonus of it. Let's have a quick look.
Which is, my strength is 12, put it that way.
4 inches.
That's all.
No, it's not in there. Let's try the...
It looks like Countdown.
Yes,
Go through the dictionary.
Dictionary corner.
We've got a 7-letter word here.
Dexterity.
You can make a long jump. You cover a number of feet equal to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance.
So 6, so I can't do that then. Okay.
No, but you could take a couple of steps back. The wagon is fairly big. I mean, it's about 7 foot long.
Okay. Well, if
so you could kind of clear the way and step, boom, launch yourself. Give it a go.
It was more getting back, you see, that I was thinking.
Getting back.
Ride the bike back.
Yeah. Because I was going to Misty Step across to there, you see.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to... And DM, if I Misty Step behind the driver, would you give me sneak attack?
I shall, yes. I will sneak attack with advantage.
Oh, brilliant.
If you bam...
But would you have to roll a check to see if you stay on there?
No, let's do it. Let's do it. You've got to do it first. Let's just do it.
I've got high dex, haven't I? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
So, Misty Step, okay. Yeah, because that's just a bonus action. Teleport up to 30 feet into a space. So there we go.
Boom. So you bam.
Behind him. And then I'll try and just basically...
They do see the figure disappear, because you're going to disappear in suddenly you're not there anymore.
Yeah.
And then he's going to feel
my scimitar
behind
around
him.
the back
Hold
of his
still.
Yeah.
What are these things? Can we see what they are now?
Yep, what they look like.
Oh, yes, please.
So the right, and especially Carl gets probably the best view.
Natural 20 on the second, yes! So it's 17 and 20. So
is this
sneak attack? Damage.
Oh, they are devils.
Bearded, no less.
A bearded devil.
Oh. Purple, that me.
They're the drivers on it.
Those are the drivers and the harpoonists. So basically you appeared behind him and then slit his throat, or how are you doing it?
Yeah, slit his throat. So it's So I mean, obviously it's to do with actions, isn't it? I suppose, really, isn't it? But it, so maybe I wasted my thingy. I don't know, but it was. So it's 6, 12, 24. That would be 24, 20. That would be 29 points of slashing damage.
That's fine. Right. So basically you slit his throat and then just kind of push him off the bike. You grab hold of the handlebars and suddenly vroom, vroom.
How come when we fight bearded devils, they're going to be full strength? When we do Mad Max, we did silly version.
Because we're doing a nice little
cinematography version.
Yeah, we got to keep it going because it's a big scene, lots of expenditure here. Okay, no expense spared on the. I mean, if you could see the special effects that I can see, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the CGI budget alone is amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
what you
Means
see
that-
behind Calamity's head on Zoom is kind of what's going on, but on a little bit the smaller scale. Okay, there's the fire shooting out behind the wagon, and you've got these war machines hurtling down with chains dangling off of them, like fire lights, all rumbling with some kind of like really overloud engines.
Yeah, what are their engines? Out of interest?
Who knows? Let's find out. And then, but your harpoonist is completely oblivious. He's still aiming at the wagon. So you're driving this bike, and your harpoonist is in front of you,
Okay.
aiming. Okay, so be aware of that. What do you want to do? Do you want to drive off? We'll do it next round, but
Yeah.
have a think.
Theoretically, what I'd like to do is kind of like, you know.
Just to step back.
No, I only get. Sadly, it's only. I only get one misty step.
One-way
So-
trip.
I'm afraid so.
Good break.
But that's fine. But yes, but I can attempt to like veer off a little bit, especially when he's trying to take his turn, as it were.
Okay, so this is the next round. This is round 6, I think. I'm losing rounds. I think it's round 6. Cal, roll a d10.
Did the guy fire us?
No.
Not yet.
That's a 5.
He's not going to fire us.
No, I'm moving on. I forgot. So we were having fun with the bike.
There were.
Okay. So you're nearly at this tent horseshoe thing ahead of you, but a fireball blazes down from the sky. All creatures on the vehicle must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Plus 5.
Oh, 18.
Passed.
21.
24.
Passed.
I'm not on the
And you're not on it.
Yeah, well done, Kat. Well
Let's do-
done.
And Fey passed as well. Well done. Now, as the fireball hits, you're all lucky that you've managed to not be hit. It does hit the wagon. It doesn't seem to do any much damage to the wagon. The flames almost have nothing to bite hold of, even though the wagon is made of wood. It just doesn't seem to ignite it. But what you do notice is that a shimmering energy surrounds Darra, pushing back any of these flames away from her, but only from her.
She's the chosen one.
Indeed. Right. Cal, what else would you like to do?
How close is this other car? Because I could.
They are 10 foot away.
I might.
One of them has your brother on.
Oh, I won't aim for that one, but
Okay.
because I can unleash some spikes, can't I?
Yeah, they're 10 foot away.
I don't think we're going to worry too much.
Spikes. Well, it says. Well, yes. So, if you're going to use the spikes, I won't say if. You have to confirm if you're going to use them or not.
Oh.
That's quite
See,
a lot.
I think I won't be able to target them. I reckon I'll just kind of unleash, so I don't want to hurt Car, so I think I might withhold the spikes and maybe just dash. Have some dashes.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
hit
Further
the
away.
reins.
Yeah.
Oh, jump.
Okay. You're going to dash. That's fine. You still got that. Okay, so you whack the reins, clack them onto Gary's bum, and he's off. Everyone in the wagon like lurches as you pull away with the reins. You didn't hit the button. Okay. What would everyone else like to do?
I like that you didn't hit the button.
You didn't hit
I
the
can
button.
hit it next time, so
aim
get
at
that
the-
bike down.
Bearded devil on the front of Car's one.
Yep, you're aiming for that one.
And do the entanglements again.
Okay.
I'm with your. Where's
Uh,
it? Oh, it's there.
what's my spell? So 21.
Yep, that hits. So you take aim at the harpoonist on Car's bike. You do it, you hit, and straight away this webbing net thing sticks him to the side of the bike.
Nice.
So Car is like, the harpoonist is gone, and Kara's now has this
It's like a
bearded devil.
sidecar.
Yeah. Has this bearded devil stuck to the
Get
front
off.
of his bike.
Get off, you bastard. Now then, I'm very aware that one of these vehicles is going to come herring across and try and knock me over in a moment.
It might well do.
I think I can put a stop to that, but I'll ask Dave afterwards.
Well, I might be able to get off, actually. So, DM, you know that I've got my thorn whip, which allows me to pull another creature 10 feet closer to me.
Yep. You want to do it the other way?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
You've still got to hit, so
yeah.
you've still got to attach it.
Yeah.
So go for
So
it.
exactly. So I'm going to try to get. So is there something like sturdy? Because I don't want to like wrap it around. Because no person of right mind would drag anybody out of, say, a burning barn or something like that with any damaging kind of spell, would they?
He was dead.
So you say.
I'm going to try and cover
it
it
afterwards.
Right. So that is 17 plus 7. That is 24.
24?
No, actually,
yeah,
it's 17 plus 5. Sorry. So yeah, 17.
That's fine. You
22.
succeed. You whip out the whip.
Whip it out.
Whip it around something, well, I'd say a post or part of the wagon, and it instantly, vroom, pulls you straight back, like those things you have your keys on.
Nice. Do you want me to make a deck save? Can I try and land on my feet, please?
Go for it. Do an acrobatics check.
Because
acrobatics or athletics, whatever is highest.
Oh, acrobatics, please. I get quite a lot for that.
Go for it.
I don't want to land.
That bearded devil's toenails look just like mine.
He sharpens his though. Look.
Oh, 14 plus whatever it is. 14. Oh, 24.
Oh,
plus
easy.
10.
Yep. That's it. All you need to do is beat 15, so that's good.
So
you land there, no problem. You get a little bit of a stumble and then disconnect the whip. Well done. You're back on the wagon.
That bike will then just veer off on its own, won't it?
You see the whip, as the front wheel starts to, and it's almost like you see the bearded devil who's stuck to the side just goes as the bike crumbles on top of it into a fume, and then as it stops, there you go.
Like the wild
got
coyote.
one.
Blowing the budget
one
on
wagon left.
fire effects, haven't we?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you got.
I'll use
to that
my
one?
action to maintain concentration on the driver and order him to climb out of his driver's seat and attack the harpoonist.
Cool. Nice.
Is there any saving throw on that at all?
At the end of his turn.
At the end of his turn.
See how he gets on.
So, for whatever reason, the driver of the motorbike decides, what would be a good idea? If I just stand up and let go.
Nice.
And he starts clambering over the handlebars to get to the harpoonist. Obviously, they hit some bones and some gravel, and the wheel starts to go, and you just see it flip. One rider goes that way, the harpoonist goes another way, and the bike rumbles, and then one last pew. You had one round until you reached safety, and you managed to dispose of 6 Mad Max bikes. Well done.
We think you disposed of most.
Absolutely.
Not in the right way. But,
we were just bit part actors in this one.
We were literal passengers.
Oh gosh, that's all my druid stuff gone through, but there we go. Worth it.
So ahead of
Turn
you.
around now and go and loot the bodies.
Well, it's probably best. Fey. Yeah, Fey. He clambers back down into the seat and budges you over a cow and grabs back the reins. One last crack, and ahead in the a semicircular array of large machines, much bigger than the ones chasing you, enclosed tents and wooden stalls. It's basically a large marketplace kind of thing. From behind them, a wagon, much like Fey Chen's, speeds out to past you towards your ex-pursuers. Another joins it, then a third, and ahead of you, hung above the outer ring of tents, is a sign. As the wagon pulls in, and there's a bit of a welcome sign. The welcome sign says, "All are welcome. No fighting, no spell casting, no exception."
No spell casting.
Yep. And Fey says he looks back at everyone and says, "Right, quickly now, into the Emporium."
We couldn't have done it without you, Faye.
Yeah, he was very good. He is the glue that holds everyone together. He is the linchpin. So you've made it into what is called the Emporium. It's called the Wandering Emporium.
Wandering Emporium.
And you will see what happens next when we take a quick break.
Hooray!
I can move my dice and grab a snack. Right, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break just to grab a cup of tea, some refreshments, and we'll see you again in a minute.
Excellent, Ian. Thank you so much. See ya.
Hello, welcome back to Band of Badgers. Thank you for bearing with us while we have a quick refreshment break. Let's crack straight on to it. So, you've just made it through the welcome sign to the Wandering Emporium. So, the Wandering Emporium is a tight sprawl of tents and stalls surrounded by a horseshoe-shaped curve of those massive infernal war machines that transport the marketplace across the plains of Avernus. Within are creatures of all sorts and a confusing mixture of sights, sounds, and scents. You seem to be attracting curious glances to various crowds and all the misshapen human types that appear to be around you. This is not anything like the markets you are used to. Not that Cow and Car are actually used to any markets, but
Farmers market.
exactly.
Yeah, apart from farmers market, nothing else.
These are certainly not the kind of markets you're used to. So, the terrain in the Emporium has a handful of wider avenues lined with tents and stalls, and crisscrossed with a mess of ropes and stakes that keep the tents upright, as well as the usual mixture of rocks and sand that covers Avernus anyway. The light here is a mixture of torches and lanterns, probably more than you might expect normally. There's various kind of illuminations for those who can't see in the dark. So although there's never a nighttime, there's a perpetual kind of day. Inside the tents, it can be quite dark. So lots of torches are provided. There, in the terms of the sound, there's a sound of constant chatter, both small talk and barter, mixed with the sounds of various caged beasts and hammers striking metal as war machines are repaired. Again, the horseshoe is just a repair area. A well-dressed, swarthy man steps out from a motley collection of bystanders, a mix of devils, demons, and humanoids, in a riot of clothing and styles who were busily conducting business at nearby stalls. This looks to be the master of the Wandering Emporium. This finely clothed, dusky-skinned man, and I have a picture for you, if I can find it. Let me bring up my little PowerPoint thingy. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Here we go.
Oh.
Human.
Dusky-skinned man strides up to Fey Cheng and stands, hands on his hips, in front of, defiantly, in front of him for a long moment, with a scowl on his face. Then he grins broadly and slaps Fei Cheng on the shoulder, finally glancing at the rest of you, and quite noticeably a bit longer at Darra. And he shouts with glee at Fei Cheng, "You bag of bones, it's been ages. Come, we have much to discuss." You find out his name is Mahadi, and Mahadi leads the way to his spacious pavilion, which is furnished with various decadent foods, comfortable furnishings. He sits in a tall, comfortable chair, and he gestures to all of you at a number of various cushions sprawled around the place, and carpets and tapestries that you can sit on. And he says, "Welcome. So, Faye, why have you brought these characters here? Who wishes to speak on your behalf?"
Faye. You're Faye. You do Faye.
Hey,
And he's saying to Faye, "Who wishes to speak on your
And
behalf?"
you're an NPC. You deal with him, so you talk to him.
No, so Mahadi has asked Faye who is willing to speak on your behalf.
Oh, is it one of us?
Yes.
Faye is.
Kid,
Darra. Then Darra will speak for us.
Darra hides behind
sleep.
you, Neville, and puts her hand in your hand and says,
I'm not very big into talking with
She
you.
goes all shy.
I'll speak for us.
2-1 out from that horse.
Well, come, sit, eat.
I've got a couple of questions.
Tell me your stories. If you have questions, ask them.
Well, we'll explain to him what we're doing there first.
What do you want to explain?
So we are from the Prime Plane. I'm not sure if we're still on the Prime Plane or somewhere else.
No, you are very far away from the Prime Plane.
So what is this place exactly, other than a centre of commerce, it would seem?
This is my Wandering Emporium. I am Mahadi. This is my little endeavour that's been around. As for where we are on AVERNUS. This is the first layer of the 9 Hells, and you are indeed from the Prime Material Plane.
And you are human like us?
I am like you of sorts, yes.
Oh.
Okay, well, my name is Kin, and these are my close friends. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Nevermore, and I am a Hell Rider. See if that gets his interest.
So, we're going straight to the
Nitty gritty.
then, are we? Yeah. So, you're a Hell Rider. Good to see one. Alive, at least.
Yes. Well, we are apparently looking for my compatriots.
Lost souls that are trapped.
Who those are still left here?
There's quite a few here, if you are able to find them. They're not all exactly in the best of health or the right frame of mind, but you'd be welcome to them.
Have you seen them? How do you know they're not the best health?
I know many things are around this place. I don't just barter in things, I barter in information.
Well, seeing as they're all going to be 180 years plus, the fact that they're alive anyway is a miracle.
Well, this is not the Prime Material Plane.
Time doesn't run the same length here, does it?
Time works a little bit different here.
Do you know much about the people that are holding the Hell Riders, or things that are holding the Hell Riders prisoner?
Well, there are all kinds of devils and demons. Whoever they may have made their deals with, that's who will be holding them.
This Wandering Emporium, as wonderful as it seems, what is it? What's the safety? Because obviously we've only come across demons and devils in a negative way so far. And even as we came in just now, we were being hounded by them. Are we safe, secure here? I noticed that it said no fighting and no spells. Can you just qualify for that? I mean, what happens if we need to defend ourselves?
There will be no need to defend yourselves here. As long as you stay within the safety of the horseshoe, we are perfectly fine. This area is completely neutral. You have my word, and I will have yours.
And spells, I mean, is that any spell?
Any spell.
So even something, just a benign...
There's never anything such as a benign spell.
Channel divinity or something like that.
No, certainly don't want to do that here.
Just wondering.
So the creatures that attacked us, did they do that because they saw us as weak? Is this plain predatory in nature where the strong would prey on the weak just because that's the natural order of things? If we were to appear stronger, would that stave off the attacks?
It's funny you mentioned that, and I'm going to take that as a positive because we've been having some trouble, and I have a problem that I think you'll be able to help with. So basically, we haven't had as many recent visits as we normally would. There is a gang who are called the Rusty Blades, and they have been attacking anyone who comes close to the Wandering Emporium. Who runs them and who's been given the orders, I don't know. However, I do think there is someone within the horseshoe that is telling them information. A few times now, I have had information come and go for it only to be set upon. Now, as you can imagine, my business and my patience is not infinite. So, here's the deal. I will grant you, along with Fey Cheng here, safety for 1 month and a day if you bring me the head of whoever's been doing this. You find out who's been feeding them information, and you take out the gang as well. Anything you find is yours.
Do you know where they're being based? Because we've just taken 6 of them out.
Well, I think we can probably find a good idea of where they are, and we can show you point you in the right direction.
And you've got no more. They were bearded devils, the ones that we killed.
It's a good mix. I mean, the bearded devils, they're not so hard. They look fierce, but they're not really.
So you want the head, yeah?
Everyone has their way, but it depends. They may have had a deal to be there. Find their leader, destroy the leader, and the gang will fall apart.
So yeah, well, obviously we will quite happily take on that task. Speaking for my colleagues, obviously we want to get a base whilst we're here. What is the situation here? I mean, where would we stay? What's the situation with food? What are the shops here?
Well, see, Fei Cheng, let's say he used to be a regular here. So, and he looks over at Fei and he says, we'll give you your old spot. We'll register your new friends here as your assistants so that there's no obvious paperwork. As I'm sure, and every now and then you see him kind of look over to Darra. He's certainly intrigued by her. We'll give you your old spot back and you'll have a place, but you still have to do this for me. I'll give you 12 hours.
Hours?
Only. Oh, well.
If you succeed,
Moves fast, isn't
you
it?
can stay for 1 month and a day.
How long is that in prime material time?
In prime material time, 12 hours is 12 hours. Here, 12 hours is 12 hours. However, prime material plane might be 60 minutes to you. Let's say it's a little bit longer here.
The device that you have, Fei Cheng, does that measure days here or days on the prime material plane?
This, and he pulls out the egg timer. You mean this?
Yes.
This measures prime material time.
And how many rotations of that device would equal 1 day here?
It's not a rotation. So when the sands are half full, that's 1 day. When it's all gone down, that's the second day. So we rotate every 2 days.
Okay.
For it to leave.
So is it roughly 2 prime material days is 1 day here? So our duration here would be 2 months and 2 days.
Depending on where in Avernus you are. Some areas time works differently.
Okay.
The States.
Yeah.
Right, these creatures that we're going for, are they all, what are they? Are they devils, are they? Do you know?
Everything here is a mix of, let's call them races, devils, demons, fiends.
Right.
You will find creatures who have somehow made it here through different passages. Like yourselves, you would have travelled through some kind of portal, I believe, Fei Cheng. And he kind of lifts an eyebrow up at him. Fei Cheng doesn't say yes or no.
Well, we are very keen with the FLM movement, I must say. Fiends' lives matters.
Not to me, they don't.
Does he have any idea who the inside man might be? He said he had some information, and then all of a sudden it seemed to reverse. Is there certain people that he told? Could we narrow it down to 2 or 3 people here? If we tried to,
I think the best thing is I can point you to the section of the market I think it's in, and for various reasons I think someone or something in that area is responsible.
So do we have 12 hours just to find out who is giving the information, or do we have 12 hours to actually go and...
Both.
Oh, shit. It's a bit tight.
But I'm sure you're quite capable.
Take us 12 hours to get to them.
Maybe.
We can do that, no problem. No problem
Fine.
at all.
We don't have a choice. You ask Fey, what does he think?
He just seems to nod. Perfectly fine.
So
Right.
which way do we want to start this? Do we want to start? Are we trying to find the inside man here first, or
I think so.
The inside man might point us more to where we need to go to get
Exactly.
rest.
We don't want to rush it and then end up taking longer.
Mahadi did say that he could point us in the direction. So did you mean by that statement that you could point us in the direction of where you believe this gang is holed up, or you point us in the direction
Yes.
of where the inside man is?
No, I think a little bit of both. I send
Okay.
you to where I think the information is getting lost or muddled. Maybe there's more than one. Who knows? And I've got an idea of where the gang are operating from. Look around you. It's a wasteland out there. There's not many places you can hide. However, we are constantly on the move, and this gang have been following us for a number of weeks. So they're now a problem, and you are my solution.
Do you have a map and some transportation?
No. As you'll come to find, Avernus is a little bit tricky to map successfully.
And what about the transport then?
Transport? Well, Fey Cheng can handle that.
One thing, I'm expecting a delivery. Do you have guards
Of a horse.
Guards.
Outside?
There are various people who are looking after their own benefits. So, yes, guards, if you like.
I'm expecting a steed of some form
Okay.
to arrive. So if you could ask them to keep an eye out for any... I'll know it when I feel it, and it'll probably come to me, but I don't want people sticking a harpoon through a unicorn when it turns up.
A unicorn, indeed.
A unicorn.
Wow. Is that what you've summoned, or something that you would wish?
No, it's whatever's here. So I'm a bit perturbed with what was going to turn up, but we never know if anything turns up.
There are many unicorns here.
Are there? Blimey.
Why would there not be?
Well, it's hell. I thought it would be
This is just one layer of hell.
a shadow or a hellhound, large hellhound to ride.
Well, maybe we'll, if you're successful for me, maybe I'll point you in the right direction of where you can find your faithful steed, if you wish to look for a unicorn.
Well, it'll turn up. I think it finds me more than I find it. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Very well.
Right.
Anything else I can help you with?
It would. We better get on with it. The clock is ticking.
It is.
Indeed.
Where do you
Okay,
think we should start? Just
Fey Cheng stands up and said, let's go check on the accommodation first. My old tent. Let's go and get that ready. If we can have that as a base, we'll be able to move out from there. Food and water, bedding, everything will be there what we need.
Right, so we go with him, and once we're out of earshot, we say to him, do you know anything about this? You've been here before, so you might know who he's alluding to within the market.
Okay, so as he
I don't think he's as white as white.
yes, he's not. He's there's definitely some contacts that he can hit up, but it's been a while since he's been here. There is This is part of one of the only safe places in Avernus. So this is proper neutral ground.
So it's worth being in here.
Yes, if you want to stay safe. When you step out of the horseshoe, then you are game, basically. So as you walk back, Fey Cheng guides you back to his wagon at the Emporium's entrance, and you're talking over the details as you do on your way back. When you get back to the cart, his cart has been joined by an exactly identical cart with its own copy of Gary.
Oh,
It
Gary
looks
there.
like a mirror image at first, but then another Fey Cheng, walks out from the back of the cart carrying a bulging sack of food supplies that he sets at your Fey's feet before heading back to carry some more.
Hmm.
your
That's,
brother.
There's two of you. Are you twins?
Not exactly. Mahadi, I was an indentured servant, as some people who come to Avernus are, and to buy my freedom, I had to do my servitude. However, I realized that to buy my freedom would probably be an impossible task.
You found a loophole.
Something like that. So I, with my, basically with my monastic training,
he's a monk.
yes. So he turned to secret monastic techniques that allowed me to make copies of myself, all of which worked together at the Emporium and elsewhere to pay off his debt. Now, Mahadi was pretty furious when I did that. However, he had to hold up to the contract. Therefore, I bought my freedom.
Do the other Fays have your consciousness?
Yes,
What do they think about it?
we are as one, and also individual.
How many of them are there?
Enough.
You trust them all, do you?
Yes, I would trust them as I trust myself.
I suppose that
Oh.
makes sense.
How do we know which one's you, though?
I was about to say that. How
Well, I am the one here, so we'll see.
Can we like draw a name on you or something, or draw a number on your head or something?
Tattoo.
No.
Tattoo.
You all
I
did,
did
Why?
try that. I did try that in the old days, but there was no need.
did you all dress the same?
When we need to.
It's like mirror image, but serious.
Yeah.
Right. So any of your other halves spotted or know anything then?
No, not yet, but we are. The word has gone out, so maybe we'll have some information soon. In the meantime, let's go and check the tent. So then, Fei Chen leads you on to one of the tent areas. This is, what can we say? It's a bit of a foul-smelling tent.
Oh.
It's rather large, plenty of room in there, and you see an old human male who is desperately trying to round up what look to be chickens into various cages. What would you like to do? Oh, and also in the center pole of the tent, there appears to be a very old picture flyer poster of Fei Cheng. So just a face stuck on the pole.
You're right there,
a Rodney poster.
grandfather. You want
Maybe.
me to help
Could
you
be.
collect these chickens up then, Father?
Well, I don't think so. I've just been evicted. What are you lot doing here then?
Oh,
You're
We're
evicted.
just
moving in.
passing through. Nothing.
Oh, you're
nothing.
evicted. All right then. Why? Look, I can't get out of here until these. This is my produce. I've got to get these back into the cages. If you want to help. But these are
Easy.
not. Excuse me. What?
Easy, I can do that for you, no problem at all. Happy to
Well,
help.
I'll give you one warning. You're not going to like it. They're a bit finicky, these chickens.
Feisty chickens, are they?
Feisty
I
chickens.
think one of
Well, look,
Like, we had some feisty chickens in the woods, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just roam around, pecking everything.
I don't think these are the kind of chickens you're
Oh.
used to.
Maybe not those chickens.
no, I think we'll leave those.
Uh,
Now, these chickens are infernal chickens. Now, if you can round those up, all well and good. Saves me a job.
No, I think
Yeah,
we'll leave that to Fey and his multitude. He can do that. We've got better things to do.
We got 11 hours and 59 minutes.
Yeah, let's not be wasting it rounding up chickens.
can blind for you. That might help.
Okay. And basically, old Joe goes back to trying to round up the chickens because he's been evicted. And another Fey Cheng walks in, and then another Fey Cheng walks in, and then another Fey Cheng walks in. They all start cleaning up, putting some furniture out, hanging drapes and things, getting things ready, start bringing in food and water.
Right, come on then, let's get cracking. If we're not doing this, we might as well go and find out who's been sowing
saying what?
information.
Up to no good.
Who's been starting the rumour mill?
Right, let's go for a wander in the market, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, Fey's going to take it. Fey's going to take us.
Hope so, because I don't know where I'm going.
Well, there's a market
no,
over
it's-
there, isn't there? Just walk
It's the
off.
market.
and have a look.
If you go and obviously remember, obey the rules. I'll get the tents ready.
Tell us where to go, though.
You lot, well, just follow the road down there. You got the tents on either side, and you'll see the various stalls and things. Keep an eye out for whatever kind of business you want. There's all kinds of car repairers called the Gears of War. We're going to need a way to get out to the rusty blades. If you need, you look at, some of you look a bit smelly. If you need to have a shave and a haircut, get some cleaning done. That's fine.
We've got 12 hours. We haven't really got time for this. We need a
you know, there's always time to be well groomed, isn't there?
There are lots of different stalls and things. So,
Any hint as to where we should look for the person who's giving information?
I'm going to go down and
big side, so looking for the rusty blades.
I'm going to go down and see is there a weapons trader? Somebody there who's got weapons, armory, and things like that.
well, that's exactly what I had. I am the exotic items dealer, and you've already had one of my heavy crossbows.
Well, no, then not. That, in all fairness to you, then no. Let's have a see. What else? Nice food vendor. Anybody down there?
There is somewhere, but it's called the Infernal Rapture. It's a restaurant of sorts. You're welcome to go there if you need food.
I'm looking for a stall, really.
Okay.
I'm looking for a nice stall, a shady-looking stall. Somebody who might not.
That's one of the nicest places for food, especially in this place.
Kentucky Abysmal Chicken.
Is there a place where people tend to meet up, like for talking or chats or,
So
gathering?
that would be the
something?
Infernal Rapture.
Oh, maybe we should go to the Infernal Rapture.
If we wander around, can I see what kind of markets and stalls there actually are? What they're selling? What they're purveying?
Sure. If you want to have a browse as you go and have a walk, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the area where Mahadi said he thinks the information is going missing. So we just need to, or rather you just need to have a look around.
Yeah, so I can have a little wander
Just
around.
don't get lost.
Head over to the nearest stall rather than
Okay.
restaurant. Nearest stall that might be closest to me.
Well,
And then
should we pair off then?
Yeah.
I think Kim's concerned about this timeline as well, aren't you?
Kim, do you want to go to the restaurant? Because I can go with you. We could have a snooze in the restaurant. Is there any much chatter?
Yeah. Yeah, so if Carr and Neville wander around in the market and find out what sort of stalls there are,
Yeah,
um,
that's fine by me.
Seller of information store.
yeah, and then me and Cal will check out the restaurant, and then if we meet up afterwards, we can try and find, well, we can share information and decide what to do next. But so Fei Cheng said we need to organise some transport, so we do need to find a stall that deals with these infernal machines, the war machines, infernal engines.
Rental.
Yeah, see if we can hire one.
Gears of War.
Gears of
It's gonna
War.
Get from there.
So, is
So,
there?
Once
Is there
what we're
anyone-
going to do is just
Go on.
make a note of everything that you're saying here. So you're going to break up into pairs. 2 of you are going to go to the restaurant. 2 of you have got basically divvy up the shopping list, and that is where we will leave it for this week. And if everyone around for next week,
Yep,
then we'll
absolutely.
do our shopping, explore the marketplace in a lot more detail next week.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Still worried about our 12 hours.
We got to wait a week. So
We're going to be way over that if we're waiting a week.
Yep.
But a week on this plane.
Absolutely.
It's 2
15
weeks.
years.
Right, so
The other plane.
transport.
So if you've got a kid, you're there for a year, you get back and your kid's older than you.
maybe isn't that the way in these kind of films and things?
Yeah.
So we've got transport, information, and just find out what type of things, are sold.
Yep.
And did you say there was a bathhouse as well?
There's a kind of a bathhouse, shave and a haircut.
Yeah, the hairdressers, I think.
Yeah, I'll give
think
that
a lot.
that for that giving that a go.
Yeah, I think we should investigate that as well. I could get a haircut. Quat. No, a lot of guys talk to their barbers.
Indeed, they do.
Information there.
What are you doing today, sir? I'm looking for the rust. Oh, well, they're just here.
So restaurant. So restaurant and barbers. So I suppose Neville and I will be, because we're in the market, we'll be looking for the transport as well.
We'll do the transport and
Rumour mongering.
general goodies. See what's up for sale.
And you're doing the restaurant, Cal, and the barbers.
And the barbers.
Yep.
Get us a ham sandwich once you're there.
Yeah. And something for the weekend.
Make sure it's ham.
Not a chicken sandwich then.
No, I've seen the chickens.
Chicken and mayo.
Just wait to see the pegs.
Oh, that'd be spicy mayo.
Spicy, yeah. Very
Infernal.
spicy.
Infernal mayo.
Absolutely.
Well, we've met the dogs, haven't we? They're the ones who chased us.
Yes.
Don't get a dog.
Yeah, but they might be nice when they're puppies, though. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Very sweet. I can bond with one, like a nice base bond. It'd be quite nice to have one of them. Right, okie dokie. So transport market. Right.
What type of mess do those chickens eat?
It's nasty.
Okay.
But if you want to go back and chase a chicken, you are more than welcome to.
No, thank you.
I was picturing Mickey from Rocky.
Yes. It's kind of like that, apart from they have a nasty bite.
Yeah.
They will bite back.
I actually thought he was going to turn around and say there was cockatrices.
Oh, nice.
No.
Nice.
Everything here is twisted and demonic in some fashion.
And you couldn't actually fight them then, could you? So if they attacked you and you attack them back, that would break the the law. You'd have to.
It depends on how you do it. Everything is a problem, and there is a solution to everything as well. I have a Steve saw it earlier. I have a fight scene set up, but we're not quite there yet, and that will take about an hour to do that just in its own. So then it ends up being past midnight. So.
But not within the market, because I don't want to get kicked out before we even get in.
No, this is part of like related to the Dusty. Was it Dusty? No, Rusty Blades. Dusty Blades.
Dusty Blades. I remember him.
Dusty Blades.
Didn't he used to host 3-2-1?
That's right. 3-2-1. 3-2-1.
Oh, 3-2-1. Ted Rogers.
Poor Lauren say what?
For my time. For my time.
Absolutely. Oh, you missed out there, I tell you.
Dusty Bin.
It was
Dusty Bin. There was
bin.
Dusty Bin and Metal Mickey. That was robots.
That was robots.
And Daleks, obviously, but then.
And K9.
K9, yeah, definitely K9.
I know that's what you want.
Exactly.
That's what a robot mate K9. As long as you don't have any ramps or steps or.
Here's Dusty Bin.
Dusty Bin. There's Ted at the top there as well. He's 3-2-1.
Dusty Bin, 3-2-1.
He's throwing up his gang signs there. Sup, blood.
Right. If you're happy to leave it there, that's what we're going to do. We're going to kick off again next week. And so, as Paul sent over his text, we are doing this weekly now.
Yeah.
Well, apart from holidays and things. So let's say goodbye first, and then we can pick it up. So,
offline.
Thank you for joining us. Check out stuff in the descriptions below YouTube for loads of discounts for our various partners. And we'll see you again soon for the next part of AVERNUS Rising. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hurrah!